Welcome back. Seems like last year was not safe enough for the women in Goa. A total of 51 rape cases were reported in year 2012-13, 4 to 5 cases a month. The number has increased as compared to 2011, wherein 30 cases of rape were reported. The number has been increasing from year to year. The figure of disposal of cases and convictions is more disappointing, almost nil. Sneha Sumnis reports.
Goa is considered one of the safest states in the country for women, but the police figures reveal otherwise. It clears that on an average 4 to 5 rape cases are reported across the state every month. Delhi gang rape case has exposed the total failure of law and order in nation's capital. Speaking about Goa, well, it seems to be not lagging behind in rapes and atrocities on women. 30 rape cases were registered in 2011. Out of these 30, 28 cases were under investigation. Around 51 rape cases were reported in 2012 till 25th December. Police have succeeded in cracking 46 rape cases in 2012. In 2011, 16 rape cases were before the court for trials. Investigation of 10 cases was on. One rape accused was acquitted in 2011. The overall yearly figure of rape cases of year 2011 was covered in 2012 by October itself. 44 rape cases in 2012, but all are either awaiting judgment from the courts while some are under investigation. 15 cases are before the court. 29 cases are being investigated by police. Neither any accused was punished nor anyone was acquitted in 2012.
तुलना केल्यार 2011 वर्सान गोंयान बलात्काराच्यो केशी खूब कमी आसा. मात 2012 वर्सान ह्यो केशी वाडत गेल्यो. तसो प्रकरणांचो तपासूय नेटान जाता. मात ह्यो केशी कोर्टान अडकून उरल्यात. दोशी लोकांक ख्यास्त मेळपाचे पळयल्यार हो आंकडो खूपच कमी आसा. दिल्ली आसूं वा गोंय, बायलां खातीर ही परिस्थिती परवडपाची ना. देवेंद्र गांवकरा वांगडा हांव स्नेहा सबनीस, प्रुडंटा खातीर.
Ponda police are trailing hard for a person named Babu and an unknown lady from Madgaon in connection with the prostitution case cracked on Monday. A 20-year-old girl came as a tourist to Goa, was found at the residence of one Viresh Kunur residing at Varkan Ponda. Viresh defends that he is unaware about where the girl hails from as she was brought by a person named Babu.
Ponda police had cracked a prostitution racket on Monday. A 20-year-old girl was brought to Goa for a tour from Maharashtra and later was sold at Madgaon. Later, she was rescued from Varkan Ponda from a house of Viresh Kunur. Viresh works as an assistant manager in a factory at Kundai. Viresh is clueless about the background and the history of the girl. Viresh's family is at present out of Goa for vacation. Viresh in his defense says, "I don't know anything about the girl. A person named Babu left her here. I agreed from the point of view of humanity of giving shelter to a girl for few days, trusting Babu. She was not brought here for prostitution. Babu is in a better position to answer." Meanwhile, rescued girl herself has filed a complaint that a lady from Madgaon had bought her for Rs 20,000 and she was forced into prostitution by 2 other persons in South Goa. Now the police are searching hard for the unknown person Babu and that lady from Madgaon to crack the case completely. The girl is at present shifted to Merce's rescue home. Vivek Prabhu for Prudent.
Suspicious briefcase episode at Calangute on New Year's Eve has exposed lots of loopholes and risks in the working of bomb disposal squad. It took more than 3 hours for bomb disposal squad to reach on the spot after informer's call. Thankfully, no explosive was found inside the briefcase, but the way Goa police handled the incident was too primitive to handle prospective bomb threat. Watch our report.
On 31st December 2012, the Calangute beach was full of tourists. Suddenly, an unclaimed suspicious briefcase was noticed by a visitor and an alert informer informed the police about the object in a crowded place. But police handled the incident too casually. At 2:45 p.m, constable got information and he called other constables deployed at the beach. They immediately called police control room to send a bomb disposal squad. But perhaps the police guarding the object were not sensitive enough and aware about the likely threat to the people moving in close vicinity of the suspicious briefcase. As per the standard procedure, first of all, the area should have been cordoned off. Some senior officers should have reached on the spot and taken charge of the situation. But even half an hour later, only 2 constables were moving around and another had moved away. It took more than 3 hours for bomb disposal squad to reach the spot. Meanwhile, tourists were passing by that suspicious briefcase, totally unaware about the threat. But here is the height of casual attitude. Look at the way bomb disposal squad handled the briefcase. Thankfully, no explosive was found inside the briefcase. What would have happened if it was real ticking bomb? Mukesh Kumar for Prudent.
Chairperson of IPCC R.K. Pachauri has stressed need for better environment management to check sea level rise and global warming. He was speaking at an event in NIO on Tuesday. He says that global warming is a serious matter and sea level has risen by 17 centimeters in the last few decades.
Pachauri was in Goa to deliver a lecture on NIO's Foundation Day. He also had an interaction after his lecture. Pachauri says that global warming is a serious matter and in the last few decades, sea level has risen by 17 centimeters. Most worrying fact is that Arctic region is warming at faster pace.
This is something I want to highlight. In our special report on extreme events and disasters, we came up with some very important findings. First, heat waves are on the increase. And as you've seen over here on the screen, those heat waves which currently occur once in 20 years right now will by the end of the century occur once in 2 years.
When questioned about mining, he said there has to be proper rules and regulations to control its impact on local environment.
So I think mining requires some rules of the game and some degree of regulation by which we are responsible to the local environment and certainly also to global action to deal with climate change.
Rakesh Kandolkar for Prudent Media.
Let's take a short break. Stay tuned.